are these podcasts? WATP.
I'm going to start off by playing a couple clips from the most recent episode of This Little Piggy. If you're unaware, This Little Piggy is a show that I do with the guys on Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern on this channel, the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. I put the audio versions out for anyone who's on our Patreon who still listens to their shows on their podcast app. You can always get the RSS from Patreon and just fill that up, and all the new episodes just show up right there on your phone. But this episode, it was just me and Patrick Melton. Tukey and Moody couldn't make it. And there was a big hullabaloo over the fact that someone sent Aaron a photo of Patrick Melton's dog dressed up like a martini. And Aaron went nuts about this. He's like, holy shit. This is the smoking gun.
Gotcha.
This proves what a loser Patrick Melton is. No one's going to like him anymore after he sees this. So this is us watching that, and you're going to see us responding to that a little bit here.
Someone sent him that picture and told him it's my dog.
Yeah.
But
You don't do that to strangers' dogs. Which one is it? Is it not your dog? Or is it your dog and you dressed it up and you got him? Someone says, show all the pictures. Well, wait a minute. If that's not his dog, then who's that?
Okay, so that is your dog?
That's my dog. I don't see a costume. This is, I think he's mashed up concepts in his own head.
Yes.
So, like, the problem with this photo is it's just me and my dog. Where's the costume?
Okay.
No one.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Hold on.
No one's saying I don't have a dog. That's
Right.
not the argument.
Okay, well, hold on. He's getting there. Let's see.
Wait a minute. I thought it wasn't his dog. Wait a minute.
So now he's changed the entire argument that you're saying you don't own a dog.
Of course, yeah.
And he's like, oh, gotcha. Okay, nope. Oh, he's talked about his dog a lot. We know it's his dog. Okay.
He didn't show this one. Wait a minute. Did he show, wait a minute. If that's not his dog, why is he with him again at a puppy play date in the park?
Okay. So he's showing a couple photos of dogs, but really where it all culminates is with this clip.
Boy. And then, of course, look at the costume Patrick put on his puppy.
Oh,
shit. He dresses him up.
Oh.
And then there's the...
Dude, that's embarrassing.
Hold on, go back to that.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't want it up for long.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
So he said he's in all the photos. Now, there's one.
I only saw the one. I want to comment on this costume real quick.
Go ahead.
Creative.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not against it. You know, the dog obviously has one of those cones, so it can't lick itself. It's probably recovering from something. And they shove the olives in there, make it look like it's a martini.
Ran to its head.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it. I had only heard it. And I thought he, like, dressed him up in a costume. I didn't realize it was just a medical cone, little stick in the back. Like, it's nothing. The dog doesn't even know what's happening.
Yeah, it's not even full of gin.
Even if the person pointing this out wasn't about to be on trial for a sex crime, this would not be news.
Well, it's even less than not news, as you're going to find out.
Now, in the only one where a dog is dressed up, and again, a reverse Google image search will bring that up to, just Google martini dog. My dog was born in December of 2020.
Guys,
and you will see posts.
This is why Aaron is such a moron, because he wouldn't do this work. This is how easy this is. I did a reverse Google search on this dog to find that this dog is on Pinterest and Doggy Grub and Facebook and Pinterest a bunch more. And these are going back some 9 years ago. This dog is dead. This dog in this photo right here has moved on to doggy heaven. This was 9 years ago. Okay. So right there, we showed the photo that Aaron showed, and he said, oh my gosh, this is proof that he dresses his dog up. And so that we went on that Friday. It was Friday morning he showed that. Friday afternoon we go on, we go, here's a reverse image search that proves this is obviously not Patrick's dog. So you would think that Aaron would just ignore it, move on, act like he got a W from it. No, on Sunday's members only show, he brings this up again. And this is what I can't understand this man's mentality. I don't know people like this.
See, this is why I don't know why Patrick Melton and his fans are coping about the dressing up the dog thing. You're just a lonely, morbidly obese man. It's a little weird, but you should own it. You should stop denying it. But then again, I suppose if you have a stupid audience and they'll just buy it, why not? It is amazing to watch that, though. Like, watching them get mad at me for exposing their guy as a liar, which I do all the time. I mean, it's effortless. I've done it 9,000 times. Every time they try to do it to me, they backfire. It's just, I don't know. They're not going to care. Like, if he just admits he dresses his dog up, here's what he doesn't understand. Maybe it's too much pride. Maybe it's scarring from Red Bar. I don't know. He doesn't have any fans. Nobody's there for him. He's shown that. He tried to do a show like I do. He tried to be Aaron Imholte. He failed. He tried to be Steel Toe. He failed. He wanted to do biting commentary. He wanted to talk about the news. Nobody gave a shit because I'm funnier than he is and I'm smarter than he is. So I do a better show. They are all there because they hate me. I'm the lightning rod. I'm the draw. He still, I think, is in denial of that because he's wanted this for so long, people to listen to him. But, like, you tried to be me and you couldn't.
First off, a lot of weird things going on here. But I just want to back up, Adam, to the point where we prove that that's not his dog. And Aaron's been saying it's his dog, like that's a big win over him or something. And then Aaron just doubles down. What is that?
I think I didn't realize how low IQ he was. I think it's very much like when John likes to pretend he's Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny, and he thinks as long as everything he's saying has that tone of voice, people will respect it. It's true. It's what we do. I find going over the details and minutia of these buffoons to be hilarious. I love it. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
When he thinks he's doing the same thing, he thinks, aha, this is a gotcha. But like you said, there's no research. It's mostly fantasy. And if he was right, it would prove nothing. It just seems like he has a gotcha, but there's nothing there. And when he gesticulates, it's really funny because he's always like throwing his hands into this very dramatic pose, and then it crumbles into like one of these. It always
Right,
starts very bold and
It's
then
very
ends
awkward.
like a squashed bug.
Well, Patrick pointed out that we were all clowning him for consoling himself. He's always wrapping his
Yep.
arms around himself. He has stopped doing that. So he's taking note. He's trying to do things differently. And now it's this bodacious guy who obviously has it all figured out and is crushing his competition. And I assume he says these things that are obvious lies that we already proved were a lie. And I just did again just because he doubled down on it. He must think that his audience is just not on YouTube. Like does not see all of these clip show videos coming in that prove this guy's a phony. He must think that he's pulling the wool over their eyes.
We were talking about Scientology last week, and this is, I think, a lot like Scientology. He thinks if he just says a lot of words, sounds real confident, people will just not question it and follow. But if
He'd
you just
love
actually
to
listen,
be a cult leader, this one.
that's all he really wants to be.
That's really what he wants. A televangelist / cult leader.
I mean, he says it. Just listen to me. Only believe what I
Yep.
say. Don't believe anyone else, and give me money.
The way that he doesn't show any clips. So he goes, yeah, Patrick Melton, man, this guy was trying to be me and nobody cared about it. It's like, all right, well, go through the archives. All of his shows are still up there. Go find an example and show us what you mean by that. Instead, he lies about what we've shown and then just makes up additional lies and just goes, oh, you just got to believe me. I don't believe anything because we just proved that you're lying about just a dumb thing that who cares? Who gives a shit if you put olives in the cone of the dog or not?
It's like when R. Kelly would do an interview before he went to jail. Like, any second spent not talking about what R. Kelly's accused of is a win for him. I think any second, even if he sounds stupid, he's like, we're not talking about my dick size. We're not talking about my throuple or how my life has gone. And pretty soon we're going to hear him just absolutely escape into fantasy delusion and just try and fool us all like a 5-year-old that got dumped by a girl on the playground.
All right. So later on in this clip, thank you, Stalin19, from his members only show, he talks more about how embarrassing it is that Patrick dresses his dog up. But then he says this.
Gross. I'm not. It's Gordy's 3rd birthday. I'm not afraid to admit that we put a fun little party hat on him, me and the kids. Patrick is still in denial and coping with the fact that we outed him as a liar and a dog dresser-upper.
He's a little teapot. Look at him.
This fucking, that was like one sentence. where he goes, yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit that we put a little hat on our dog for his birthday. And Patrick, what an idiot he is. He's dressing his dog up. What a loser. What? What's going on right now?
I completely missed what he said because he went through 6 of the classic, like 70s vintage pinup poses. Like he was in the middle of them. Yeah, there's one. My word. Yep. And then he puts his hand on his hip and like, what's happening?
All right, Adam, close your eyes.
Sorry.
I never have this problem with Blind Mike on WATS. He never gets distracted.
That's why I mostly listen to this stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Mike's a better broadcaster.
It's really, really gross. I'm not. It's Gordy's 3rd birthday. I'm not afraid to admit that we put a fun little party hat on him, me and the kids. Patrick is still in denial and coping with the fact that we outed him as a liar and a dog dresser-upper. There. I think you're all caught up.
It's crazy, isn't it? How does that happen?
Yeah.
How does he just blatantly lie to his audience like that multiple times? And I think that's okay.
It reminds me of those videos of like people pretending they're talking to somebody off camera that's not there, giving them a compliment or like asking for their number. He's just like creating his own reality and then responding to it.
Yeah, like when Gavin Newsom was pretending he was talking to the president. That woman came up to him. She's like, oh, can I talk to him? I don't really have the president.
Yeah,
Whoops.
Who are these podcasts?